My name is Sally Mahaffey Long. Um, I was born and raised here. I'm the daughter of Sterry Mahaffey. He was one of 13, second oldest of 13, to my grandfather Emery Mahaffey, who is a great great grandfather, because I'm a great 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 grandfather of Robert Mahaffey, who founded Mahaffey in 1889. Um, I recently moved from Mahaffey to Altoona, but this is still my home. I still come back. Um, I was secretary for the borough here for 20 years, plus 20 plus years. And so when I moved to moved to Altoona, of course, I had to uh, give up that job. I did work in Clearfield at the hospital there for 35 years. Like I said, my dad is the second oldest of 13. He is since deceased. Out of the 13, there's three remaining Mahaffeys, and they all live out of the area now. Two are in Idaho. One lives in west or eastern Pennsylvania. Um, my youngest uncle is only a year older than I am. I attended Mahaffey High School, first, second grade, till they closed it. My mother is a graduate of Mahaffey High School. She was salutatorian of her class. Her best friend was Barbara Jean Conser. She was valedictorian. And Barbara Jean was the daughter of McCracken that had the McCracken Funeral Home here in Mahaffey. I'm a member of the Mahaffey Methodist Church, which was donated by Robert Mahaffey years ago. Uh, so I've been a lifelong member of the Methodist Church here in Mahaffey. There are at least two other churches in the borough, one being the Alliance Church, the other in the Brethren Church, and then our church, the Methodist Church. There was an Episcopal church that burned down years ago that was over in between Market Street and East Main Street. That burned down years ago. The Mahaffey High School, like I said, went there 2 years, first, second grade, then it closed down. After that, after they closed that school, they sent us up to McGee's school to complete the elementary, and then on to Burnside, where we completed 4th through 6th grade, and then up to Purchase Line, because we're in the Purchase Line School District. I graduated from there. I have 2 kids. They graduated from Purchase Line. It's a quiet little town, and I don't know if you've seen recently, if you're on Facebook, you may have seen some of the benefits that we've had for local people that are either fighting cancer or whatever, that this town does come together and we support one another. We hold benefits. We're very close in town. You know, you talk about people knowing everybody's business, but I think we do it in a kind way. We do it to support everybody. I'm currently in the borough today, May 21st. I headed the military banner committee, and well, I'm a committee of 1, maybe 2 with my husband, but with the help of the fire company, we're putting up the banners today. This will be the 2nd year for them. For a small town, I have 95 banners that I'm putting up in town. That's a lot, and I appreciate everyone supporting me with that. And I've kept that. I've come back to make sure that those banners are put up. And if I'm still taking orders for them, because when people see them go up, they say, "Can I still get one?" And I say, "Of course, I'll get you one." And it's nice that I found somebody local in Big Run, Standard Pennant. They make them for me, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful banners. I'm very pleased with them, and very reasonably priced, I would say. The borough was established in 1889 by my great-great-great-grandfather, Robert Mahaffey. And in 1989, a committee went together and we put on a little play to commemorate the 1889 founding. Of course, I was in it. And there is a book out there that tells you everything you would want to know about Mahaffey from the beginning. My grandfather Mahaffey was a postmaster here for years. I had my grandfather on my mother's side, Frank Davidson. He and his wife ran a general store, which I worked at for many years till I went to business school in Altoona and then got a job. It has since burnt down. My grandfather Mahaffey's house, Grandma Mahaffey's house, it has burnt down. My home where I grew up in with my mother and dad, Steri and Sarah Mahaffey, that house burnt down. I lived through three of my, of my family's homes actually burning down in the town. It kind of makes me melancholy to think about them, that they're not here anymore. But I still come back. Mahaffey's still my home, always will be. I hope it continues to prosper and grow. I know, I sold my house. I sold it quickly. I know there's going to be some other homes come up for sale in the town. People seem to come to Mahaffey. There's a lot of people in Mahaffey I don't know anymore just because, I don't know how they find us, but they do. But I just hope it continues to keep going. And, we have a full borough council. And most of them, we're starting to get some younger council members. There are a lot of us are like my age in the 70s. So, we're hoping that some younger people step up. Some people last year came in and take over the park. They're making the park like flourish again. We got ball teams again. People want to come and play ball here. They want to come to our park. We get a lot of remarks about our park, how nice it is. And so we'd like to see it keep prospering like that. So in town, the only business is the Starlight. And I know a lot of people frequent the Starlight with its food and forth, run by Mark Bennett now. As far as the dollar store and the hardware, that's Bell Township, but Bell Township surrounds Mahaffey. So it's, my brother and I, for the longest time, was caretakers for the cemetery, Mahaffey Cemetery. We since turned that over to a committee, and Mahaffey decided to take it over. They're doing a wonderful job. They're keeping that going too. But yeah, we pretty much anything had to do with Mahaffey. If I have a brother, I have two brothers. One's passed away, but my other brother, who lives in Westover, we kind of keep Mahaffey going because it is our heritage. It's what we want to do, and that's why I took the secretary. I was working at the time at the hospital, but my uncle talked me into secretary for the borough because it was just a side job. I did it for 20 plus years because it was Mahaffey. It's who I am, and so I'll do whatever I can. Even though I'm in Altoona now, I'll still do whatever I can to keep this town going. So.